What's going on, YouTube? My name is Monique. Welcome to my channel, Not Just a Mommy. I hope y'all having a great day because I am. Today is Friday. When you're looking at this video, it may be Saturday or Sunday. Because like I said in my other video, I'm actually still getting everything together as far as the Preemie video. I have thousands of videos and pictures that I'm going through, and I was supposed to be well through it by now. But like I said in the previous video as well, my son got sick, so I was unable to finish editing the way I wanted to and as fast as I wanted to. So welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about Casey and Kayla's Preemie journey. Finally, we're at the Preemie journey. The video I was supposed to be doing a couple of days ago. For those of you who don't know, September is NICU Awareness Month. And I never knew that actually until I had twins who had to be in the NICU. They were in the NICU for 72 days. They were born at 27 weeks gestational, and they were, when they first came out, they were intubated, which means they had to have a tube put down their throat and put on a ventilator, which happens with a lot of preemies that's born early because their lungs aren't developed enough to actually breathe on their own. So we're going to go back to the very beginning. Casey and Kaylin's original due date was December 22nd. They were actually born on, September 30th. Had a brain fart. Sorry, did not forget my kid's birthday. Just had a brain fart. Oh, so they was born 28 weeks gestational, not 27. They were born the first day of my 28th week. Yeah. They were born at Duke University Hospital, and it was touch and go a lot at the beginning. My son did great. You know, he thrived in his element. My daughter had a few more issues, you know, than normal with her heart and gaining weight because she did have problems with her heart. They had to keep taking her feeds away and putting her, you know, on just nutrition and giving her medicine. Long story short, I went into labor at like 4:30 that morning. Casey was born at 6:40 a.m. on September 30th. Kaylin was born at 6:41 a.m. on September 30th. It was the best feeling and the worst feeling all at once because I knew that a couple of days later I was going to be going home and Casey and Kayla had to stay at the hospital. The hardest thing you can do as a NICU mom is to leave your children in the hands of somebody else. It is the most heart-wrenching thing. And what a lot of people don't realize too is when your children has to go in the incubator, it's a lot of different things you can't do at first. You really can't pick them up. Everything you do with your child, you have to get permission to do, which is very, very hard. You're the mother. You carried this child for however many months you've carried them. They will be living with you. They'll be going home with you. But when they're in the NICU, you're at the mercy of the doctors and the nurses. It just is what it is. But I was told when I first had Casey and Kayla, the best thing for them was to be around me. For me to be at the hospital, for me to kangaroo with them. Kangaroo, for those of you who don't know, is when you're doing skin to skin. You take off your shirt and you put them on your skin, and someone wraps a blanket around you so that they're only feeling your body heat. And a lot of that is done too because at that age, they're still supposed to, so let me explain it. At that age, they're still supposed to be in the womb. So they want them to sleep as much. They want to stay as much as possible. They want them to stay warm as much as possible. And they want them to kind of stay in that fetal position. So they're in these little things. I can't think of the name of them now. Whatever it is, it's this little sack thing that they go in. And then you'll see the pictures going through. It's a little sack thing that they go in. And it literally, they tuck their feet in and they have their hands up and they take these little straps and they put them over them. Of course, if they want to, they can get out of it. Their little diapers and little blankets and all of that stuff I still have. Their first blanket was a little butterfly, literally a little butterfly. It's probably no bigger than this, but it filled their entire body, which was amazing to me to see. They were in those for I can't remember actually how long they were in those for, but it's NICU, and then you go TC, the NICU, then you go to TCN, which is transitional unit. When my kids were born, they both went to separate rooms from the very beginning. They were actually separated for 30 days, which was hard for me because I would have to go to one room, then I would have to go to the other room. Kaysen's room ended up getting it's this type of virus. It starts with an R. I really can't think of the name of it right now, but his room ended up getting that. So where I would normally go to Kaylin's room, then Kaysen's room, and then go back, you know, maybe stop at Kaysen's room or stop at Kaylin's room, I couldn't. I would have to go see Kaylin first, and then I would have to go to Kaysen's room, suit up, go see him, and then I would have to go home because I couldn't go back to her room and risk giving her what the virus that his room had. So when they were supposed to be moving them together, they actually could not because of course his room had the virus. So Kaylin moved to TCN, which is transitional care nursery, and Kaysen was still in the NICU, which he did not have to be. He didn't even really, you know, show any signs, but because he tested positive for it in that room, he couldn't go to, you know, another room. They pretty much did everything at the same time. They got off oxygen at the same time. The only thing Kaylin was behind in, I think, was weight. She was born 2 pounds 1.9 ounces. Kaysen was born 2 pounds 8 ounces, and born when Kaylin lost down to, like, I think it was like 1 pound 9 ounces, and Kaysen only lost like a few ounces, and he kept climbing. As you're looking at through the photos and the videos and stuff that's going, Kaylin was really, really small, and she was really fragile, and she was really going through a lot of stuff. Towards the end of them being in the hospital, Kaysen actually had to get back on oxygen. Kaysen actually came home on oxygen. He came home on a monitor, all of that. So when you're in the NICU as well, before you leave, you have to basically take tests, and your nurse check off on it to see how good you're doing with those tests and how knowledgeable you are. Of course, when your kids are born in the NICU and they're born that small, they're fed through their nose. So a lot of times you'll see the little thing going up their nose. They have to learn to eat because the going through the motion of sucking, swallowing, and breathing. They normally learn that in your tummy as, you know, they go further in development. Well, they don't know that, so they have to start trying to teach them with pacifiers. So we had to go through a point where they had to be drinking a certain amount and being able to breathe and not getting choked, or it's a lot. NICU life is a lot. But my kids did really good. They had great nurses. I think the entire time they was there is probably one nurse that I really didn't care too much for, and you know, it's because he was, the way he handled my son, I really didn't care for. So but every other nurse was great, and I had one nurse, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say her name, so I will not, but one nurse who taught me everything, who actually now we're still friends. We still communicate. She was a great nurse, and I'm very thankful to have had the nurses that I had, especially her. And if you're looking at this video, thank you so much for everything you've done, while they were in the NICU, for keeping in contact with us, for just being a good person all around to them. It means the world. And you taught me a lot. You were there emotionally for me a lot, and I really appreciate it because you don't have many nurses that's like that, and she was great. So Casey and Kayla came home right before Christmas. So that was my Christmas gift. I didn't care if I got anything else. My babies were home for Christmas, and that was all that mattered to me in the world. So during the time they were out, September, I went out for work September 17th, and I didn't go back to work until January 6th. I took that time off because I felt like, I wouldn't be focused. I wouldn't be able to do what I needed to do. And almost all of my day, all of my time was spent at the hospital. I think I missed 2 days out of the 72 days. And those 2 days was, the pain that I was in from my C-section, and then just like my body kind of breaking down and being sick. But I went every day. I probably shouldn't have, having a C-section in the middle of winter, still going and not really letting my body heal. But my body did great. Thank you, with the help of God, and, just a willpower to be there for my children. So the rest of this video will be videos and pictures from the time that Casey and Kaylin was born until now. So I'm gonna do the exit from my video now. Thank you guys for watching. My kids are my heart. They are my blessings, and any man who comes into my life will have to know that my number one priority is making sure that they're raised right, correctly, and loved, not just by me, but whatever male decides to come and be in my life as well. So thank you guys for looking at this video. If nobody's told you all day, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a part of, the talk, the journey, sorry. Thank you for being part of the talk, the journey, their Preemie journey. I appreciate everybody. If you haven't already, don't forget to push that thumbs up button and like the video. Subscribe. Got choked. I'm not editing it out because I did good to the end. So yeah, if you haven't already, push the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Push the notification bell so you know exactly when I do another video. And I have some reactions coming as well. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about my babies from beginning to now and where they're gonna go. So I appreciate you. I thank you. If nobody told you all day, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I mean it. It's possible to be loved without ever knowing you. So peace.